Welcome to a random week in my life as an unemployed girly. It's currently Monday, and I thought it would be fun to kind of show you what a random week in my life looks like now that I don't have a job. And I'm saying now that I don't have a job, but I haven't had a job yet because I graduated uni last summer and I have been looking for a very long time. So, you start to have to find ways to kind of entertain yourself with no money and a lot of time. So that's what this week is. And surprisingly, today I'm starting this week off with the most fun activity of all, going to the dentist. And you would think that I was being sarcastic, but no, I actually love going to the dentist, and I don't really know why that is because I don't really get anything out of it. But to me, it's kind of like getting a new tattoo. Like, yes, it's painful and a little bit uncomfortable, but someone's also giving you attention for a couple of minutes or hours. It's kind of like acts of service that you are paying people to do for you while they are also hurting you. Yeah, I might need some therapy for that one. I don't know. Anyway, I started this video right in the middle of getting ready to leave and go to the dentist. But I'm actually not gonna do a whole lot today because I had a busy weekend where I wore a lot of makeup, I went to a party. So I'm kind of like in a moods. So I'm not really why did I do that? It was giving that one meme. Country boy, I love you. Let's never do that again. Anyway, as I was saying, I went to a party this weekend and I'm just kind of like not really feeling getting all dolled up again because my dentist wouldn't care anyway. So whatever, it's not like I'm going to the Met Gala. So I'm just gonna brush my hair, put on some clothes, and call it a day because that's the only reason I have to be out today is just to go to the dentist. And I can just wear some big sunglasses and cover up my face on the way there, I think, perhaps. It was sunny before, but now it's getting a little bit cloudy, so it might be a bit weird to wear sunglasses. But hey, whatever. I was thinking of doing like a half up, half down kind of thing with a claw clip, but then, I'm gonna have to lie back in the dentist chair and I'm not gonna be able to have a claw clip in my hair. So that seems like a bit of a wasted effort. My hair is a little bit greasy. I'm gonna wash it today because I do have some fun and exciting plans tomorrow, so stick around for that. So yeah, I want first day hair for that. But yeah, now we just have to kind of like work with what we have for now. Okay, my hair is all brushed and my curtain bangs, or what used to be my curtain bangs, are not as flat as I thought they would be, so that's a win. So I think I can just go out like this. I think that's fine for like going to the dentist. She's a little greasy, but who will see that? This is what I was thinking of wearing, but I'm a little bit conflicted because I like this coat, but it's like a little big. Like the shoulders are a little wide. I actually thrifted this a while ago and it was kind of expensive too. It was like 75 euro. It is a real leather jacket and I mostly got it because it was like embroidered here. And I really love that. It was in the middle of my Cowboy Carter era and I just wanted a nice brown leather jacket because I have a black leather jacket. But I feel like because I'm so pale and like blonde and stuff, sometimes black is too harsh on me. So I thought maybe a brown leather jacket would be more versatile. And I just really loved the embroidery on this jacket, but I'm just not really sure about the fit on me. But I am gonna wear it today and I do like it with this scarf. So let me know what you think of it. I might still sell it, but I just thought it was like a cool piece to own, so I don't know. On my way to the dentist, I also have to go drop off a package. This is something I sold on Vestiaire Collective, which is like this site to sell secondhand designer items mostly. This is a pair of sunglasses that I haven't really worn ever, so I sold it. But this box has been giving me so much issue. I tried to send it twice. The first time, they said that the barcode on this wouldn't scan, so I contacted customer support, and then they were like, let me give you a new barcode, and they gave me the exact same one, and I haven't tried that new one yet. But then I went to another place to ship it, and they were like, we don't actually send packages through that service here, even though the website said they did. So then I went all the way there for no reason. So now I'm going to the actual postal office in hopes that they will be able to figure this out, because I want to sell this item. I'm unemployed. I'm in desperate need of some extra cash, right? So I hope on my way there I can get that fixed, and otherwise I'll have to take this box to the dentist, which won't be fun. This is also an Herbalife box. I don't know how this ended up in my house. I think my mom ordered from there. Save her. There's honestly something so camp about wearing sunglasses in the winter with like a winter coat or winter outfit. It just screams money. I don't have that, but I can pretend. I I'm back home after about 5 hours of being away. I think I left at around 1 p.m. and it's now almost 6 p.m. So just to go to the dentist, that is quite a bit of time. But that's mostly because I live in like the suburbs of the city and my dentist is in the city. So it does take me like an hour to an hour and a half to get there. And then I also had to do like the package at the postal office. So, did cost me a full day, but who cares because I'm unemployed. So what else would I be doing? I also never really explained why I had to go to the dentist, but it was just for like a regular checkup and cleaning. I do that like once a year just because my insurance also requires me to have regular checkups. So I do that. I was in there for about 30 minutes and I think it was about 110 euro, which is quite a lot, but I think my insurance, like my healthcare, does cover 90 euro of it. So that's not too bad. Still something that I would have rather waited with until I had a job. But some things are just very important and they do feel very clean now. I know they never really look that white, but my teeth are so healthy. I take such good care of them. I didn't used to for a while when I was like depressed, as most depressed people will probably be able to relate to. But sometimes that's just something that requires way too much energy when you're not feeling yourself. But I'm talking about like when I was 16. Now I've been so on top of my healthcare. Like I be using the little brushes to go in between the teeth and stuff like that. This shit is so good. Like, I'm so proud of myself. I don't know why I'm going on a rant about my dental care, but I'm proud of it. So I need to say that. But yeah, anyway, I did kind of make peace with the fact that my teeth will never look as white as some other people's teeth because I'm just so pale. And for me to have my teeth be whiter than my skin would take such an incredible amount of bleaching that it would just destroy my teeth. I did get my teeth bleached once. And ever since then, I've been struggling with sensitivity. And they were white for like a bit, but it was also in the summer and I was a little bit more tan. And now I do apply 50 plus SPF every single day in the summer and spring. So I don't really get tan anymore. So I just feel like my skin will always be whiter than my teeth, which, whatever. But they're healthy, they're strong. That's all that matters, right? My hair also got so messed up from being outside. It was kind of like a stormy vibe, so it's very humid. I'm not going outside today anymore, so it doesn't matter. As for the rest of my evening, I'm just going to be having dinner. My parents actually suggested ordering Chinese, which I've been craving, so that's amazing. And then I'm just gonna doom scroll, take a bath, wash my hair, and then play The Sims. I've been getting back into The Sims recently because I figured out that just because I don't have a job doesn't mean that my Sim self can't. And at least that way I'll achieve some sort of personal accomplishments, some sort of ambitious feeling. And that's what I have to work with for now until I get the real job. After that, some more doom scrolling, some YouTube, maybe watching episode 4 of Welcome to Derry. And then it'll be the next day. And then you guys will see me while I get ready for my plans that day, right? Right. Okay, see you then. It's the next day and I'm about to get ready for my plans today, which is going to see the new Wicked for Good movie. And it's actually sort of like a special event, not like a premiere or anything, but it's this event that my local theater does where you get like a free popcorn and a beverage and like a little goodie bag. And sometimes there's like some like animation. Like last time there were like Glinda and Alphabet drag queens and the whole room was like decorated. You had like photo opportunities, some themed drinks and snacks before the movie starts. Sometimes there was like a quiz beforehand where you could win some Wicked themed prizes. So I'm very excited about that. I'm actually going with like 2 friends. One friend is actually sitting next to me and then the other friend later decided that she was also able to join. So she's sitting in front of us. But we'll at least have like the reception and whatever together. So that's fun. And last time I went for like an Alphabet inspired outfit. I wore like a green dress and green makeup. Today I want to go more Glinda because I'm actually more of a Glinda person. But last time I just had a green dress that I wanted to use. So that's why I did it, but I'm definitely more of a Glinda than an Elphaba. But I just don't own a lot of pink clothing, and especially now being unemployed, I'm not about to like buy a new dress or whatever just for the sake of going to see this movie. I would have done that a year ago, but now I'm wiser, just a tiny little bit. But anyway, I'm gonna show you what I had in mind for today. It's not as glamorous as my Elphaba outfit was. Like I actually wore like a floor-length dress for that, but I don't have a pink dress like that, so I think I'm just gonna wear this sweater because it's quite literally the only pink piece I own. It's just a pink sweater from Goose and Gander with this little goose on there. It's just a cozy sweater. I've worn this a lot, especially during my internship because it's just like very easy to throw on. But for today, I thought I'd actually layer it with like a white shirt, just to give it like a little bit of an elevated vibe. This one is very long though. I feel like I have another one. Wait. This one might be better if it still fits. I haven't worn this one in a while, and it might be a little tight around here, but I guess we'll see. I don't necessarily want it to pop out of the sweater. I just wanted to have a little collar under there. So I feel like that's a vibe, and I'm just gonna wear some jeans under it, and I have a little pink purse. The pink purse doesn't really match this pink at all. So now I'm thinking that's even a good option. Wait, let me show you. So this is the pink purse, which is like a much brighter pink than the sweater is. So I don't know if that would even work, but it's pink. Well, I'm just gonna have to, because I don't have another pink purse. I bought this one to go to the Nicki Minaj concert. Don't really use it that often. And see, this is what I mean. This is why you don't buy pieces of clothing or accessories just for one single event that you know you're not gonna be able to use after. I mean, this one's fine. I got it secondhand and everything, but I just wish I had a better pink purse. I do have these, which could also be fun. Like this could be like a little hint of Alphaba in my Glinda outfit. And then this also really works with the pink. And then it's like her blue dress that she wears, which I think was maybe scrapped from the movie. But still, it could be fun. And it does have like a little bit of a pink shine to it, like an iridescent pink holographic duochrome, multi-chrome, 3-chrome shifts. Now, I feel like it's gonna be this one. I was also thinking of using a pink accessory in my hair because I have quite a few. I have a lot of pink clips, so I have like these, for example. This one would work so well, but I just feel like I'm not in a mood for a clip because it is quite annoying to have a clip in your hair the whole day, but it would work perfectly. So perhaps. Or this little cute one. Perhaps. I also have a ton of scrunchies that I never use, and a lot of these are pink. I have this one, which is from like a Barbie collection, not really the vibe. This one, which is also from the Barbie collection, again, quite big. But I was thinking maybe this one, if I do like a half up, half down. No, I feel like the clip is prettier, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's gonna be the clip. I'm gonna put those clothes on in a second and then do my makeup, but I also have to go send another package today of something that I sold, so I have to go to the post office. Again, today I actually sold this little Funko Pop, which is Claire Deering from Jurassic World, like the new one, so the Dominion film, which is played by Bryce Dallas Howard. And I do love Jurassic Park, and I did love this movie, but I just made the decision of not collecting as much as I was before because I am a very passionate person about my interests. I have a lot of things that I collect, and I just needed to make a choice of what I would actually focus on because I can't just be collecting everything. I don't have the money, time, or place for that. And there's just a lot of things that I love more than Jurassic Park, despite that I do still love it. So I decided to sell some of my Funko Pops of things that I don't love as much as my other things, because if you look at this closet, that entire top shelf there is like collectibles and dolls and music memorabilia and whatever, and it's the same in every segment of my closet, like that top shelf there as well, and then here you can see but that top shelf as well. So I'm okay with letting this go if someone else will love it more than I do. I like this vibe. It does feel like I'm going to shiz. I just wish there was like one more button on this shirt because it would be prettier if it was closed more. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll deal. For the makeup, we obviously have to go pink and glittery. Like, what else would I be doing? Let me see which eyeshadow I'm gonna use. I did just purchase the Wicked blush palette, so I might also be using that today. Feels very fitting. I mean, she does have a pink, but that is very bright. That's like hot pink. But I do also love the shimmer. I'm gonna go do my makeup off camera, but I'll check back in if I'm using the Wicked blush and other Wicked makeup products that I have. This is how the eyeshadow turned out. Not my best work, but it's pink. I just feel like the matte shades weren't really blending that well, and I seem to remember that that palette was really good. But I was kind of disappointed by it now. The shimmer is fine, but the actual shade that I put in the crease wasn't a fan of, but I was already there, so I had to stick to it and try to make it work, and no one's gonna be expecting my makeup like this close, so that's fine. But now the time has come to try this Wicked for Good Cherry Blossom blush palette. I mostly got this because I love the Wicked Rare Beauty collab, sorry, wrong artist. But I have a lot of makeup. I didn't need anything more. And because I'm being so like mindful of my purchases now that I don't have any money, this was actually something that I could use because I don't have a lot of different blushes anymore because the ones that I used to buy are all way too intense for me. Anyway, I'm gonna use this first one here today, like the matte one. This one, does it have a name? Lovelier. We're gonna make my face lovelier, hopefully. Okay, it's very buildable, which I like. Okay, perfect. You can't really see that well on camera, but I can see in real life, and this is like the perfect amount of blush, the perfect shade for me. So I'm very happy with this purchase. And it's also just so beautiful, like, oh, look at that. I have one more product that I wanted to apply on camera, that being the Wicked So Popular pH Adaptive Lip Oil. I have used this one before, but I thought it was fitting because this is also from the Wicked Ram Beauty collab. This is from the previous collection for the first movie, but it's a very nice product. So I also bought the alphabet version for this movie. But I'm gonna use this one up first because it's the same shade, I think. And that's the finished makeup. Now we just have to fix the hair and then we're done. I'm about to leave. I'm in my mom's car right now and I'm gonna drive for a bit and then park a little closer to the cinema and then take the bus there because where the cinema actually is very busy, like a lot of traffic, and I don't feel comfortable driving there, and my mom also doesn't want me to drive her car there. So this way I get there a little bit faster, but I also don't have to worry about like the chaos of traffic, hopefully. So yeah, I'm wearing these glasses. I don't actually wear glasses, but these help for like the lights, like with astigmatism, because when it's dark outside and there's like a lot of lights from cars and street lights, I get kind of blinded by them. Like they become like very flared out in my vision and it's very distracting. And I do feel like these help. It's a little bit gimmicky, but I feel like it actually helps me not be as distracted. So I guess it worked. Anyway, I'm gonna check back in when I get to the cinema and hopefully I can get some footage over there about what it looks like, but we'll see. I just got back from the cinema and I did really want to get footage inside the cinema, but I just wasn't able to because everything was so chaotic. I arrived there with like 40 minutes to spare and the actual event was only bound to start at 7:30 p.m. using military time because that's what we use here. Anyway, the event was about to start at 7:30 p.m. and then the movie would start at 8 p.m. And I arrived at like 15 past 7 or like 7:20 almost. So you would think that that would be enough time, but it was so crowded. There were so many people there. I think there were like 3 showings at the same time, like 3 different showings, like around the same time. Like some were starting at like maybe 8:30, some were starting at 8, and it was just a whole mess. And I've done these kind of events before for different movies. I went to like a Little Mermaid event, I went to a Barbie event, I went to the first Wicked event in a bunch of different cinemas in different places, different cities. This was by far the worst experience that I've had because there wasn't really an event. Sometimes you're like guided towards a specific room that's like decorated and they have some side animation, they have whatever, like a little free drink of bubbles. But there was nothing there. There was just like a horde of people and then everyone was queuing at the merch point to get their goodie bag, which was not a bag. There were goodies, there was just no bag. And I do love the goodies, don't get me wrong, I will show you them in a second. But the organization behind it all was so chaotic and so not well thought out when you would think that they would know that there would be so many people. So there was just like a huge line, 2 lines actually, for the merch collection points. And it took about 30 minutes just to get your merch. And then the people that were in our like cinema room, like in our showing, had to be pushed to the front of the line because otherwise they would not make it in time for their movie to start while the other people for the other showings were queuing. So it's just a whole mess. Luckily, we did get to the movie room. What do you call that? A cinema room? The different... Anyway, we did have enough time to collect everything we needed. But then I went to my place and I wanted to go back to get some more drinks because I thought that we were going to get better drinks from the merch. So I wanted to get some more because we only got like a little can. I know that wasn't going to be enough for like a 2-hour movie. So my friend and I went to our seats and then I dropped off like my popcorn bucket and like the merch that I got. And then I went back to the shop to get drinks for us both. And then when I came back, they were already kind of playing Defying Gravity again as like an intro to the second part. So it was already dark and I had to like stumble over people to find my way back to my seat, even though the movie was not supposed to be showing yet. And there also weren't any ads, which I was shocked about. So, you know, I had anticipated on having more time to go to the shop, but I did not. But luckily, no worries, sat down in time before the actual movie started. And that was that. That was the end of the chaos. And then I was just enjoying the movie. And obviously, it was really great. It was beautiful. I did not cry as much as I thought I would, or as much as I wanted to cry. I did cry a lot during the first part, so much. But this time, I only cried like a little bit towards the end. I don't know why that is. I just feel like the first one, the themes maybe grabbed my attention more, maybe were more relatable for me, like friendship wise. And this was also just a little sad at times, but not in a like, I feel for you sad, but like in a, oh, that sucks sad. So yeah, but obviously very, very good. I'm very happy I saw it and would definitely recommend, but obviously I don't have to come here and tell you that I recommend Wicked. I feel like everyone who would watch my videos would want to see it. But anyway, let me show you what I got. This was obviously not part of the goodie bag. This I just purchased. It's the Glinda popcorn bucket. They had an Alphaba one, they had a Glinda one, they had like a Wizard of Oz one, and then they also had the plastic like Alphaba hat, and then they also had like a plastic air balloon with lights. This one was not that expensive, it was only 13 euro, but then the balloon one and the hat I think were 30. So that's a big difference. So I did actually want this one. I did not want the balloon one. So I'm very happy that I got it. I'm still looking for a purpose for these buckets because it is a little bit overconsumption. But I only buy the ones of movies that I really love, or like things or people that I really love. I think I only have 3. Like I have this one, I have the Arrowster one, and then I have the Renaissance movie one. So not too bad, I think. Okay, so then the actual merch. We first got this lanyard, which I was so obsessed about because I did not know that we would be getting this. And I've never gotten a lanyard for this kind of events before. But I'm so happy because I love lanyards. It made my day, honestly, because I collect lanyards from concerts and whatever. And I have this whole like plan of how I want to use them for decoration when I get my own place. So the more, the merrier. And this is also a really pretty one. The actual like ribbon, whatever, is also printed on. I don't know why I said it like that, but very pretty. And then there's like a Glinda side and an Alphaba side. So this already made my day, to be honest. Then this item is also really nice. They're just plastic stemless wine glasses, but they're actually Wicked branded. So there's also a Glinda one and Alphaba one. And then it just has their names on there, and then Wicked for Good only in cinemas. I will actually use this, and I do actually collect cups and mugs and all that. You would know that if you watch some of my other videos, so perfect for me. Then it starts to get a little weird. We did also get like a Magnum ice cream, and then we got like a Coke Zero Cherry, which is in the fridge downstairs. And then we got to try like a shot of Bailey's, like a new one. And then we also got a little smaller, like just normal cardboard popcorn. Then it gets a little weird. So there were these car fresheners in different scents and colors. Don't know why these were there. It was probably some sort of brand sponsorship. Never heard of them before. Smells nice. I don't have my own car, so yay. And then there were also some like samples of protein, keratin, shampoo, conditioner, whatever. Did not grab that because I'm very specific about which hair products I use, so I did not need that. But you know, all in all, I was happy with just this and the lanyard. So whatever was extra was great. And I love the little ice cream and the popcorn, even though I already purchased this whole thing of popcorn. So I did not finish all of that, but whatever. Another relevant thing that I got when I went back to my best friend's house after we came back from the movie, because I parked my car in her street. She had this little mystery figurines of like a Wicked figurines. And she bought one for herself and one for me. And when she was opening hers, I told her like I would be happy with anything but Nessa Rose. And she got Nessa Rose. And I did get arguably the best one could get. Yeah. So thank you. I'm obsessed with it. It'll definitely go on a bag. Don't know which one yet, but it will. She also had another thing at her house that I needed to pick up, which is the Life of a Showgirl with signed insert. So excited about that. One of her friends actually ordered this in the US and then shipped it to her house, 2 of them. So she has one and I have one. Very happy with that as well. Not actually relevant, but I still wanted to include it. So you're welcome. It's actually already 12:30 as I'm filming this. So for the rest of my evening, I'm just going to doom scroll a bit and watch some shows and then go to bed. And then tomorrow I'm probably meeting up with a friend and perhaps staying over there. So that I will also film when I see you guys tomorrow. I just got ready to go over to my friend's house. The makeup today is very like natural, I think. But why am I looking better than yesterday? Like the second day hair is somehow better than the first day hair. Don't know why that is, but I'm just gonna appreciate it and not second guess it. Anyway, as I said, just very natural makeup because I'm not really going out today. Like, I just have to go to her house and maybe go to like the supermarket or whatever, but nothing special. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. Probably just chill. She's recently been getting into playing The Sims, so maybe I can help her level up her game a bit because I've got 2,000 hours of playtime on that thing, so I at least have to know something, right? I'm saying that like it's a flex, but it's definitely sad. Although, you know what? I'm gonna take pride in the fact that I'm a homebody who loves to play little cozy games and watch shows. That's fine. At least I'm not out there doing drugs. Sometimes it is a bad summer, but most of the time it's a swifty fall, so Anyway, I'll see what sort of footage I can get today. She has a really nice dog, like a chocolate lab, so definitely need to pet that and get some footage of that in. Because that's cute. We'll see you when I see you. It's Thursday now, and I just got back from my friend's house, and I immediately had a very nice hot bath because I had a lot of dog hair on me, and also it's super cold outside. So the warmth of the bath was definitely very welcome. The stay over was super cozy, super fun. We didn't really do anything special, but it was just, a vibe. She's home alone, I'm unemployed, It was the perfect collaboration. Anyway, it's about 5 p.m. now, so I'm just gonna have dinner, doom scroll a bit, watch a show with my mom, then, watch a bunch of shows by myself, play The Sims, doom scroll, all of that. Because for me, the day is basically only beginning. I usually go to bed at like 4 a.m. I've mentioned that a couple of times on my channel. So, there's plenty of time left in the day for me, but it's just not that interesting to vlog my entire night because, like I said, I'm just either playing The Sims or I'm in my bed watching a show or doom scrolling, and that's just not interesting content. But just know that that's what I will be doing. But for now, I will see you guys tomorrow. Hello again, it's now Friday, and I've decided that today is the day of the week where I look at jobs and apply for jobs. Usually, I always do this on Wednesday. I always have like one designated day per week where I look at all of the past week's job advertisements that have been posted, and then I look for the ones that are relevant for me, the ones that I can apply for, and then I usually just save them and apply for them the day after that. But since I was at my friend's house on Wednesday this week, I decided to do it on Friday. So now instead of like filtering by posted in the last 7 days, I'm just gonna filter by posted in the last 14 days or like 2 weeks. I will see a couple that I've already seen before, but that's okay. And this way, I'm sure that I won't miss any ones that have been posted in those extra 2 days, since Wednesday. So I'm probably gonna do the exact same thing today and just look for all the jobs that are relevant right now and then apply for them tomorrow. Because sometimes it just gets too much to find all of the jobs and then apply for them all on the same day. Because I do look through like hundreds and sometimes thousands of job advertisements every week. It becomes quite tedious. Anyway, let's get into it. I made sure that I was cozy and comfortable because when I do this like at a desk, it just feels much more serious and then I like it even less. So, gonna start on LinkedIn jobs because that is my favorite. My friend hates LinkedIn jobs for jobs, but I think it's the best, so whatever. As I said in my previous video, I have now been applying for jobs for about 1.5 years, and I have applied for about 100 jobs, but I've only been applying for jobs that actually require my degree or like a university degree. But now I've also been looking at jobs that don't even require a degree at all, such as working in a clothing store or whatever, just something that is close by that I could do in the meantime while I wait for like the actual job that I want to do. I've lost a lot of my hope and my faith because it just has been so long. Like 1.5 years is a long time, and looking at society right now, I don't think it's gonna get better anytime soon, and it's just very frustrating because I have a very niche master's degree and there shouldn't be an issue with employability. That's the whole reason why I picked what I studied, and the fact that I'm now just having to look at jobs that I could have done straight out of high school without actually pursuing any further education is just very demotivating, and it just makes me feel like so behind in life and so like I've just done a lot of things that are basically wasted effort, and it's just not a nice feeling to have. But hey, we keep on pushing. It would be very sad to give up right now. So we'll see. A couple of weeks ago, I did apply for like my actual dream job, and they didn't really require experience. But I just can imagine that it would be a position that many people apply for. And there were also like 4 different rounds of interviews or tests or whatever required before they would actually pick someone. So I don't know if my odds are good in that, but it would literally be my dream job. And I feel like that alone should be a convincing factor for them. The fact that this is what I've been waiting for, this is what I've been looking for, this is what I was trained for, this is who I am as a person. Like I would be the perfect match for that job. And I just hope they see that. Because yes, experience can help with how people perform at their job, but in the end, it's all about passion, ambition, skills, intelligence, motivation. And you can have 20 years of experience and not have any of that. And then you pick the person with experience, and for all you know, they might leave their job after a year because they're just not a great match, because they didn't pick the job based on their interests, but based on their experience. And then I am just crying in my bedroom because I was not given my actual dream job, which I would have performed so well at. And that's just so frustrating. And it makes me want to commit terrible acts of violence on society. There's also just so few job advertisements being posted right now. Just last year, I remember there were always so many, and now the amount has just been dwindling and dwindling every single week. And I don't know why that is. I mean, everyone's getting poorer, I guess, and companies just don't have the money to be spending on new employees. But what about me? Sometimes I come across these awesome jobs, but they're always like senior level jobs. And then for me, it's kind of like that's what I'm working towards. And now I just need to figure out how to get there. For example, I often see amazing positions within my own local government or the European government or even the United Nations government, because I live in Brussels. So their main offices are often in Brussels because Brussels is the capital of the European Union. So there's a lot of those very nice opportunities here, but they're just not meant for me yet because they require 5 to 10 years of experience. But that's really where I'm heading towards, hopefully. That's what I did it all for, you know? I found some jobs to apply for, not a whole lot, but some. And that's at least enough to keep the hope alive, right? That was the main thing I needed to do today. I have some other random side quests, so I will update you guys on whatever happens next throughout the day, or maybe I'll do a little montage at the end of today. I guess we'll see, but I'll see you later. It's now the end of the day. It's about 12 a.m. and I did do a couple of other things today. I took some pictures of clothing items that I wanted to sell on Vinted, and then I also actually posted the listings. I also went to this sort of farm store with my mom that was somewhere in the fields near where I live. I live in kind of like a rural town, so there's a lot of agriculture here and a lot of like different farmers and different kind of farmy initiatives, so to say. So this store basically sells fresh products from local farmers, such as vegetables and fruits, but also local products that are more organic or more natural from like fair trade companies. So it's actually very cute and very cozy, and it really felt like I was in a Hallmark movie. And you know, I am a city girl. I would love to move back to the city because I've always lived in the city, but my parents decided to move when I was about 20 years old, and now I'm stuck here until I can get a job and move out on my own. So this is not my first choice, but sometimes there's moments where I'm like, you know what? This is actually cute, and that was definitely one of them. You wouldn't really find that in the city because, you know, it requires farms and all of that. So, you know, and then during the rest of the day, I just applied for some jobs. I ate dinner, I watched some shows, I played some more Sims, and now it's, like I said, 12 a.m. and I'm just gonna watch 2 more episodes of American Horror Story. I'm currently rewatching all of the seasons before the 13th season comes out, and I'm currently on Coven, which is also my favorite season, as it is for most people. So I'm currently having to start episode 12 and then 13, and then I can go to season 4, which is actually my least favorite season of the ones that I've watched because I have skipped a couple near the end. So that's why I'm rewatching it all. But yeah, I'm still very excited to be rewatching it all because I do love most of the show. So very fun. And then when I'm finished with that, I'm gonna sleep. So that means I'm gonna end the vlog here because I've decided to vlog from Monday to Friday so that I can edit Saturday and publish it on Sunday. And since it's like a week in my life as an unemployed person, it makes sense to do it from Monday to Friday because that's when I would be working, like a work week, right? Right? Yeah. So if you watched this video till the end, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye!